How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, I lost track of time there, my bad. I was on my phone, I lost track of time. We already went past the intro, but we're here. We're 2 minutes late. How are you guys doing? I was playing chess on my phone, so I lost track of time there. But ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Final stream of the week. I'm your host, TraderPrad. Welcome. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful day today. Post FOMC market. What a run up, huh? What a strong day today on the market. Mainly the strength was in Apple, Tesla, and Meta, but those three stocks were more than enough to carry the QQQ, carry the S&P 500. Obviously, more stocks in the market were green. A lot more stocks in the market were green. Even Microsoft and all the other stocks were green too. But Meta, Tesla, and Apple ridiculously strong today, taking the market to a new all-time high for the S&P 500 day before the triple witching. That's right, tomorrow, triple witching. We also have the S&P 500 rebalance tomorrow, where Palantir and Dell will start trading under the SPY umbrella. So lots of fun, lots of activity coming into the market for us to take advantage of. Lots of volatility expected tomorrow with options expiring, multiple futures, stocks, and all kinds of instruments expiring, starting again. This happens every quarter, so 4 times a year. And it's a big event. It's a big event. So very, very excited to see what stocks move around tomorrow, what type of opportunities we get on the market, and how can we take advantage of all these fun moves. That's the name of the game, baby. How can we make that sweet, sweet dollar bills, y'all? right? Because cash rules everything around us. So welcome. We're gonna have a lot of fun on this stream today, talking about some of the movers, such as the earnings names. We got FTX moving in the after hours. Did not take a look at LEN at all, but we're gonna take a look at LEN too. NKE, Nike dropping its CEO and replacing it with apparently a previous CEO. So maybe Nike looking to shake things up over there. Not the most, well, it is the most recent CEO change, but we've been seeing a lot of CEO changes happening in the current market because I guess shareholders are not happy with how the current CEOs are running. We saw the Starbucks CEO change. We're looking at the Nike CEO change. Chipotle Mexican Grill, not Chicago. Chipotle Mexican Grill losing its CEO to Starbucks. So all kinds of CEO changes happening across the board, and basically hurting, not hurting, but looking to help previously hurt companies and change their structure a little bit, right? Structure, and hopefully they start becoming great again. Make Nike great again is the goal over here. So Nike on the watch list, and then we have pretty much a repetition of most of the stocks that we've been taking a look at for all of this week, such as Oracle, Apple, Tesla, Meta, and all the other big basket names over there that we love keeping an eye on. AVGO, for example. So lots of names on the board. I actually don't have AVGO on my watch list, so let me quickly add that into the semiconductor list of names to keep a track on. AVGO. All right, so why don't we head to the full screen? Before we do that, let me say hello to our wonderful viewers who show up every single day. We got Dieter, we got TH, we got John Von Sewers, all of you in the chat right now, and it's making me very, very happy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how your day went. What is Endura, TH? What's Endura? Not sure what you're talking about over there on Endura. Good evening, Brad. I smashed the like and ready to make my watch list for Free Fall Friday. Well, sadly, today was not a free fall at all. I don't think we should be expecting a free fall tomorrow. The market has absolutely rallied to the high side, right? Absolutely rallied to the high side. FOMC digestion, you can call it the FOMC digestion being displayed in the market. Expecting a free fall Friday might be a little crazy. But if it's there, obviously we're going to take advantage of it, right? If it's there, we're going to take advantage of it. But I'm not going to throw that term out there for tomorrow, because it's only going to hurt me if I say that too many times, because I'll go out there looking for it and I'll hurt myself. So I'm not gonna say Free Fall Friday after this point again. Maybe I will, but when I do say it, it's to say that I'm not expecting it. We got Dieter asking if Victor was out of his Apple shorts. Victor trades in a different way. Victor trades in a long-term way. He's an investor. He's not a swing trader. He's not a day trader. He invests in stock either to the upside, or he invests in the stock not doing good for the next few months, for the next few quarters, and he invests on the downside move. So he's an investor. He's a long-term holder. This move on Apple obviously not looking good for him, but today he was up $29,000 by 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, he was up $29,000 on his portfolio. Only reason I know this is because I was watching the stream in the morning. He was talking about his positions. He was how happy he was watching the market go up. Obviously, he is down on Apple, right? But even with that Apple being down, he still had a wonderful day on his account. So shout out to Victor. I think Victor will be in the stream shortly. He said he'll be joining us on the stream over here, so whenever he is, we can ask him what his plan is with Apple, or actually we can ask him on Sunday, because he's going to be on the stream here on Sunday. We're going to have a good Pradcast. We haven't done a Pradcast in a while, a podcast with Pradcast. We haven't done that in a while, so looking to do that with Victor, and then maybe more guests back on the road over here, and we start having a good list of people to show up on our stream for us to talk to and have some fun with. So Sunday, make sure you tune in. We're gonna have a lot of fun with Victor. We also got Darth Buddha in the chat. Okay, wow, his image got completely nullified over there because of my settings, but yo, Darth Buddha, nice to see you in the chat. Haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. You know, loved seeing you in the Discord, but you barely talk on Discord anymore. But good to see that you're still here, you're around, you're trading, and always love to see your name. Barket's in the house saying hi, Prad. Hey, Barket, how you doing, brother? Hopefully you had a great day on the market. Agnes Moorehead played Endura. She was Elizabeth Montgomery's mother on Bewitched, a popular TV show in the US before I was born. Yeah, I have no clue what Endura is. I have no clue who Agnes Moorehead is. I have no clue who Elizabeth Montgomery is. And I have no clue what Bewitched is. I have no clue any of these names or shows at all. But I'm glad that the thumbnail today gave you a little bit of walk down memory lane, I guess. I gotta say though, chat, let's go to the full screen here real quick. I gotta say, boy oh boy, would I be a hot girl. Every single time I've replaced my picture with the girl on thumbnails, what the hell is this? Where's the latest thumbnail? The hell? How do I sort it by you? List. Can I sort it by date, please? Whatever happened to the sort by date feeling? Oh, sort by date. Thank you. And then view, we can go back to large icons. There we go. Every time I've used a picture with the female and I've swapped the face, boy oh boy, that's a pretty girl right there. That's a pretty woman right there. All jokes aside, triple witching is here, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, triple witching. For those of you who don't know what triple witching is, let's quickly go check out what triple witching is. It's expiry of multiple events. So stock index futures, stock index option contracts, and same day you got stock options, stock index futures, and stock index option contracts, all of which are expiring. So you're gonna have a lot of stocks that are probably option pegged. They're not going to be able to get over a certain level. You're going to have a lot of stocks that are struggling under a certain level. You're going to have some stocks that are moving because they're being added to the S&P 500 index. As I said, this happens 4 times a year, every third Friday of March, June, September, and December. So 4 times a year this event happens. It's a pretty big event on the market. There's a lot more volatility. There's a lot more craziness that happens, and that's why the term triple witching. If you watch NFL football, you know that there is quite literally a term called the witching hour, because sometimes the market goes absolutely, not market, the game goes sometimes crazy. A winner could end up becoming a loser could becoming a winner. It just absolute craziness that happens. So kind of the same idea, witching, but instead of one witch, you got 3 witches over here moving the market and playing their games, throwing their spells, and brewing their potions and so on. So be careful tomorrow. Just because there's volatility doesn't mean you're gonna make a shit ton of money. You could easily lose a shit ton of money too. So you gotta be careful. The number one goal in this game is obvious to make money, but the number one goal above making money is to protect the money you've already made. It's much easier to start from 0 than it is to start from -1,000, -10,000, -1 million, whatever negative balance you have. It's much easier to start off from 0. So don't want to lose money tomorrow, because the next day, which is Monday, I don't want to have to be like, oh my goodness, I have to make my money back that I lost, right? So apply risk management. That is priority, risk management. Let's start off with some of the names over here on the earnings board. FDX and LEN are the only 2 names that I really care about. Besides that, we have a bunch of names on our watch list here. Let me bring in the watch list for you guys. So starting at the top, FDX, LEN, we got Nike, some short squeeze names over here, LUNR, PLCE, SMMT, LUNR running up again. Previous reporting name, Oracle, S&P 500 inclusions, Palantir, Dell, Affirm, because it's been a little crazy into that 45 level. Today rallied above 45 all the way into 47, but then got sold off. Affirm being a very, very dirty stock at the moment. So I almost want to just delete the stock from my watch list. I don't care about what the stock does tomorrow. That's a lie. I do care. I'll bring it back into the watch list, but this one is almost blacklisted at this point, because you know how dirty it has been on both directions, especially today, chopping around up and down, burning people every single direction. And obviously buy now, pay never. You never want to invest in a company that's in that type of a realm. Charles Schwab, the play might be kind of fizzling out with the way the market's moving to the north side. Where we were looking for that move down into $61, but with the way the market's moving to the upside, I don't think we can expect that $61 to come into play anytime soon, but still a name on watch for whenever that level comes into play. And then after that, we just have our go-to names, which are the Magnificent Seven, some semiconductors in there, the QQQ, the S&P 500, the IWM, and the semiconductor ETF SMH. Before we start off looking at the FTX report, I want to show you my trade on the day today on Tesla. So monster trade on Tesla today, caught the bottom, pretty much the bottom over there, didn't have to risk too much, long 233, stop under 232, and the stock just insanely rips to the upside, take some profits, add on the breakout, take some profits again, and then hold for the big move, which I tried to hold for a big move. Eventually that big move started to pull back, but you can see how I stopped out pretty much at the low of that range. That's kind of sad, but hey, great trade nevertheless. We made about $10 per share on Tesla today, right? $10 per share on Tesla today, from 232 to 242, enjoying the ride all day, monster strength, up 7% on Tesla, 7 damn percent, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. This was the move we were talking about for so long, looking for the buyers to come back in above 235, showing us that they're going to defend this 235 area so we can look for that explosion to the north side. Shout out to anyone who took this trade with me today. We've been talking about this trade for all week. Since Monday, we've been talking about this opportunity. Whenever it sets up, we want to take advantage of it. It set up today, the post FOMC day, and it worked picture perfect. So we're going to look for more opportunities like this across the board. If you have any specific names you want me to take a look at, throw it in the chat. We're going to pull it up, and if it's worthy enough to make it to the watch list, we will add it to the watch list. But here is the start of tonight's stocks to take a look at, starting with, fucking kidding me. Second here, chat. My buttons are not working. My stream deck is crashing. God damn it. You did well if you had Tesla. Exactly. Well, if you had Meta, if you had Apple, you did well. No matter which one of the three you did today, you did absolutely well. You enjoyed the rally on the market and on those three specific stocks. Can the software open up? Come on, open up so I can bring in the Benzinga screen. Thank you. Where are we? There we go. Now it's working. There we go. Now it's working. FTX reported financial results for the first quarter of fiscal year 2025. We're in 2024. How are you reporting for the first quarter of 2025? How does that even make sense? I don't understand half the times when they do this stuff. Like, aren't you reporting the past? So how are you reporting for 2025 fiscal year? Anyways, FTX reported first quarter revenue of 21.6 billion, missing estimates of 21.9. A little bit of a miss over there. Company reported first quarter adjusted earnings at 3.60, missing estimates of 4.80. Wow, big miss on the EPS. A little bit of a miss on revenue. FTX said its first quarter results were negatively affected by a mix shift, which reduced demand for priority services, increased demand for deferred services, and constrained yield growth. The quarter was also impacted by higher operating expenses and one fewer operating days in the quarter. Come on, you're telling me that just because there was one less operating day in the quarter, you made a whole $1 less than the estimate? I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna buy that at all. Federal Express, FTX, operating results fell during the quarter due to lower U.S. domestic priority package volume. There you go. Increased wages and purchased transportation rates also negatively impacted operating results. FDX freight operations result decreased during the quarter due to decline in the weight per shipment and reduced priority shipments. FDX noted it's completed a $1 billion accelerated buyback program during the quarter. The company expects to repurchase an additional $1.5 billion of its common stock during the fiscal year of 2025. As of August 31st, $4.1 billion remained on the buyout program. FDX said it ended the quarter with $5.9 billion in cash on hand. Despite a challenging quarter, we remain focused on transforming our network, improving our efficiency, lowering our cost to serve, and enhancing our ability to adapt with speed to evolving market dynamics, said the CEO. Overall, I remain confident in the value creation opportunities ahead as we focus on reducing our structural costs, growing revenue profitability, and leveraging the insights from our vast collection of data as we continue to build the world's most flexible, efficient, and intelligent network. All right, chill out. Calm down with that. Calm down with that. FDX revised its full year outlook lower. Ooh, so dropping the outlook after missing. Not looking good. The company now sees full year 2025 revenue growing in the low single digit range versus prior outlook of revenue growth in the low to mid single digit range. So low single digit range growth expected for the next quarter or the next full year. Looks like the next full year. Not looking good over here on FDX, obviously, and the stock did make a little bit of a flush to the downside. I'm not going to see exactly how much percent move it made to the downside, but I do know that it crushed to the downside today, moving back into prior levels that I had mapped out already into 265. So somehow moving all the way back into that exact 265 marker. And basically finding a little bit of a support into that area. This is a pretty big gap down, right? Also decent enough of a miss. We did not see if the stock was growing on a year-to-year basis, but even if they were, yeah, I'm not seeing and the Benzinga reporting it, but even if they were, oh, we also got another thing to read over here. The company also lowered its full year earnings forecast from a range of $18.25 to $20.25 per share to a new range of $17.90 to $18.90. So basically dropping the EPS along with the revenue. FDX dying. Let's go see what their growth has been looking like in the most recent quarters. Okay. Here we go. So year over year, not looking good, right? Not looking good. They're decreasing. They're dying out. Old dog came alive. PayPal ending at 77.57. I saw that. Yeah, I know PayPal is trying to make itself great again, but PayPal has a lot of headwinds. Like it's got to do so much to get back into a value where people are going to be happy. You have so many people underwater, and most of these people underwater are just going to get out for break even if it gets up. So I'm expecting PayPal to easily crush back down. Yeah, it had a good move today, but I'm not buying this move on PayPal. I just don't see any value behind it unless they come out and actually show me some sort of a big change in their structure of business. I mean, this is PayPal. What PayPal does has no barrier to entry, right? We've seen companies like Venmo, Cash App come over and take over the market share of PayPal. People in America, and anytime I game with people in America, they always say, send me $5 Cash App. Whereas I'm always saying, send me $5 PayPal, right? It's a joke when you're playing these shooting games, FPS games, first-person shooting games. When you're doing so much better than the people on your team, you make a joke saying, give me $5 and I'll carry you, saying that you'll take them to a higher rank. So it's a little bit of a joke over there. But when people are making that joke, they're saying Cash App instead of PayPal. It used to be PayPal back in the day. Anytime you go into a game, people be like, yeah, just send me $5 PayPal and I'll carry you. But now it's send me $5 Cash App, send me $5 Venmo. And even if you say send me $5 PayPal, kids are literally saying PayPal. You still use PayPal, you boomer? I'm getting called a boomer for using PayPal now. So just the sentiment shift in psychology for PayPal is dying out. It's dying out. Look how Facebook died out. Kids don't use Facebook anymore. I haven't logged into my Facebook in years. Right? I don't even know what Facebook looks like anymore. I haven't logged into it in so long. Same idea for PayPal, sadly. So I can't be bullish on it until I really see some big structural changes within the company. And I'm going to have to bring in that point for PayPal, which is not the point. The statement, not a statement either. A quote from Victor. He said, the stock is not the price and the price is not the company. The company is not the stock price and the stock price is not the company, right? So same with PayPal. It could go higher, sure, whatever. But at the end of the day, the structural PayPal business doesn't change. It doesn't change. I still use PayPal. I use PayPal to pay my bills every single time. Every month, PayPal, my YouTube premium bill, my Spotify premium bill, most of my bills that I pay online go through PayPal because I don't like giving away my credit card to all of these sources. So I just tell them to charge PayPal instead. Very simple, right? So I still use PayPal, but when it comes to investing in it, I just can't see it happen. I just can't bring it. Anyways, moving away from that stock, talking about FTX again. This is a big flush down on FTX. Last earnings report, they ripped up and they looked like they were going to take out the all-time high. And now, just within one quarter, everything shifted and we're right back into almost the move where the stock started its move for the earnings. So 257, 265. I mean, that's not a lot of distance. We could easily flush down here and go test that gap high and basically close the gap on FTX. Yeah, it's down shit ton of percentage in the after hours, but I will not be surprised if the stock goes even lower. You can see how it actually bounced exactly around that area from after closing the gap, flushed all the way into the gap close, bounced, found resistance into last month's low, and then pulled back into that 265 line that we have drawn out and basically holding a slightly above it. I still think this room over here on FDX is open. Still think that room to the downside into this area is open. From here, you could possibly look for a long. From here, you could possibly look for a short and then flip long. So a bunch of ideas already brewing in my head, depending on how the stock moves in pre-market, depending on how the stock moves intraday. Watch this one without a doubt. Most likely a high priority right off the open because of how many people are underwater. Anyone who bought FDX off of this earnings report is now underwater and is looking to take a loss on the stock. If they haven't already taken a loss on this, they will be looking to take a loss tomorrow morning. So more downside, if it comes, I'm not surprised by it at all. In fact, I'm looking for it. I'm looking to short the pops. I'm looking to sell the stock off. At the same time, let me mention the company actually makes money, right? The company actually makes money. We have companies like Snowflake who've been existing for God knows how long, right? How long has Snowflake been on the market? Since 2021. Still only making 18 cents per share. I mean, that's Palantir numbers, dude. That's Palantir numbers. So at least FTX is making money, and they're making $3.6 a quarter. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's about $12 a year. They make $12 EPS a year. So not that you need to look heavy short on FTX, because this dip could bring people to invest in it. The forward PE is 12. The current PE is 17. This is not Nvidia. This is not Tesla, where the PEs are ridiculously high. Tesla PE is what, 200 something? Well, it used to be, not anymore. Now it's 68.50. So these are not red PEs. You can actually see how the PE is in the green for FTX. So these dip prices could easily be prices where people look to pick up some shares if they haven't already. But because of the overall negative sentiment that the stock has, because of how many people are underwater, looking for the bearish move first and then looking for the buy back to the north side. So watching both of these opportunities very, very closely tomorrow on FDX. Let's go to the next stock over here that we have on board, a home builder, LEN. Not sure how much percentage it went up or went down. Looks like we actually had a little bit of a sell-off on LEN. Previously, I have traded the stock, but it's not the most liquid name. That's the problem on this. You can see how the 30-day average volume is 1.5 million shares. For a $180 stock, $200 stock, 1.5 million is actually not a lot. It's very, very little. So LEN, be ready for a spready stock, a little bit of a ugly spread in it. But if the spread is better, the liquidity is better, time to take advantage. Let's go take a look at the earnings report first. There we go. LEN reported quarterly earnings of 3.9 per share, beating the estimates of 3.63. Quarterly revenue clocked in at 9.4 billion versus 9.16 billion, representing a 7.86% increase over the same period last year. New orders increased by 5%, and LEN reported a backlog of 16,944 homes with a dollar of $7.7 billion in value. Deliveries increased by 16%. Lennar reported home building operating earnings of 1.5 billion with gross margin of home sales of 22.5. Average home price was 422,000 in the third quarter. We are pleased to report another solid quarter backed by an economic environment that remains very constrictive for home builders. And now we got interest rates getting lowered too, so Lennar should take advantage of that catalyst. Demand was solid, driven by strong household formation, blah, 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 blah. Although affordability continued to be tested during the quarter, purchasers remained responsive to increased sales incentives, resulting in a 16% increase in our deliveries and a 5% increase in new orders year over year. That's pretty good. Even with high interest rates, they were able to make more homes and sell more homes. Outlook, LEN sees fourth quarter new orders in the range of 19,000 to 19,300 and deliveries in the range of 22,500 and 23,000. The company expects the average sale price to be approximately $425,000 per house. The company will host a conference call. We don't care about all of that. What is next? Both securities analysts maintained LEN with a neutral rating and raised price target from 171 to 190. Where's the outlook though? That's the only outlook. So I guess the outlook they're not going to give us based on EPS and revenue. They're giving us outlook on how many new orders they're expecting and how many they expect to deliver. Overall, both those numbers are higher than their current numbers. Actually, new orders was at 20,587. They're saying it's going to drop down slightly from 20,587 to 19,300, but the homes that they're delivering is going to go up quite a bit. So they're going to be delivering more houses, but the amount of new orders are going to be dropping. So maybe that's part of the reason why the market sold off this stock. Maybe it was a conference call that caused the stock to go back to the downside, but overall, a pretty good report. Now let's go take a look at LEN on on PE. That's a good PE, right? 11 PE, that's good. That's not really a discount, and nor did we sell off to get a discount on this stock, a drastic sell-off. We did sell off, but not a drastic sell-off to talk about a discount on this position. I mean, we're at all-time highs. Is that really a discount? No. We did get a pullback, and I think that pullback will most likely get bought back tomorrow because of all the economic environments, including the earnings move on this position, the earnings catalyst on this position. I am expecting a move right back to the north side. So any dips, I'm looking to buy the dips, basically. You can see how last month's high and last week's high was also exactly around yesterday's low. Everything around 1850, 1860, 186.60, 186.44, 186.43. So basically 186.50 all the way down to this 185, 184.50 area. We got some potential buyers in this zone that I expect to come back into the stock and defend it for the most part. If we start getting below 184.50, now that is the trigger to start looking for a sell action on this position. Once we start getting below this level, I think that opens up some room to the downside. But if we're continuing to stay above all of these last month's high, last week's high, yesterday's low, if we start staying above this whole pocket of range, I think we easily travel back into today's high, and then maybe even much more, because the stock didn't really report that badly, right? It didn't report bad at all, honestly. A couple things I'm forgetting to do, which is to throw in the earnings anchored VWAPs for these stocks. So let me just quickly do that. LEN, what time did you report? Right there. So we're going to throw in anchored VWAP over there. Next up, NKE, Nike. Nike changing their CEO to Elliott Hill. I don't even know who the current CEO of Nike is. John Danahoe. Why does that name sound familiar? Why does that name sound familiar? Remember why. Anyways, John Danahoe is out, replaced by the company veteran Elliott Hill. So Elliott Hill becoming a long-time executive. What is it? Succeeded by a long-time executive, Elliott Hill. Okay, so he was just a... Gotcha. Possibly a good catalyst, possibly not a good catalyst. So only time will tell. We'll see how the CEO change affects the company. We've seen how previous CEO changes have helped some companies such as Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks still didn't get above $100, but it's getting ready. It's getting ready. I'll actually put Starbucks on my watch list real quick. Forgot about this name. Starbucks looks like it wants to get ready to start peaking above that 99.50, 100 area. So maybe just throw in an alert right here. So if it does go there, we'll be ready to see how the stock trades. Starbucks, sorry, not Starbucks, Nike CEO change and making a rally to the upside to previous level barriers, rejecting off of the previous level barrier slightly. That's last year's low right there that we have marked out already, and just so happens to be we marked exactly a price to the penny that happens to be also a technical level. So last year's low, notice how we kind of found a barrier under last year's low, then we managed to creep up and find support above last year's low. That support did not sustain and we pulled back again. So this action over here is quite indicative, clearly showing you that there's sellers here and there's buyers here. Buyers right there. So as long as we stay in this box, no action. But once we start getting below this box, we got a gap close. Once we start getting above this box, we got a lot of open room to the upside right here. So once we start getting above this white line and actually find buying above that white line, that opens up some room to the upside on Nike. So lots of fun potentially setting up on this stock. Pre-market is going to be also a very, very good thing to keep an eye on for this name. If we start already trading below this in pre-market and we're closing the gap is basically going back to today's high. If we close the gap by going back into today's high, then I'm more than ready to look for a long, because you know, we've seen how the CEO changes affect some companies, and clearly Nike CEO was not helping them out. He was just not helping them out. Look at what the hell is all that. Nike CEO is clearly not helping them out, and caused a lot of pain for this position. Enough pain to the point where the shareholders had to give him the boot. Go lick boot, you bootlicker. They gave him the boot and they put in a guy that they think will do better. So only time will tell if it actually ends up like that. LUNR, another move to the upside today. A couple days ago or yesterday, we got the news that the stock has been awarded a $5 billion package from NASA. The stock has a pretty decent short float. If I remember correctly, it's like a 30% short float. They're at 24.85% short float, and the float's about 62 million shares. So not a small cap, but not a large cap either, right? Kind of in between over there, with 24% short flow, with winning a $5 billion award. That's obviously going to put all the shorts in fear and bring in some new longs. I saw a person today take $1 million worth of long on LUNR. They posted how many shares they took. They took $1 million worth of long on LUNR, and they are expecting the stock to go above $20 by Monday. They're expecting the stock to go above $20 on Monday, and you can see how 1975 is basically that line right there that I have drawn out from way back when. So 1975, $20. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but when traders who are better than me, I have no ego, I have no problem saying that. When traders who are better than me are making such big bets, they're putting their money where their mouth is, right? They're putting their money where their mouth is, and they're actually taking this bet to the upside. So let's see if more shorts get trapped up. The funny thing is, the guy I'm talking about, he's a short seller. He's a big short seller. He mainly goes short stocks, but here he is getting ready to go long LUNR for a possible move into $20. I have no clue if it goes there. I don't know the future, but I can tell you that it's setting up for a move like that, right? It's setting up for a move like that. Anyone who was short earlier because their rover crashed on moon or on the moon or whatever, or because they think the company is garbage, they're all scared right now. They're all scared, and as they look for exits on this position from their shorts, you're watching the squeeze, the lemon squeeze coming into play. So watch LUNR without a doubt. Along with LUNR, you have Children's Place, another name with the high short flow, much higher short flow than LUNR. This one's got a 50% short float if I remember correctly. Yeah, 55% short flow, and also much lower float than LUNR. So if this one starts getting crazy by taking out the 1750 area, that is more pain setting up on PLCE short. So watching PLCE without a doubt, along with LUNR. SMMT finally setting up for that full failure to follow through. Every day, just get ready to short the pops and enjoy the ride to the downside as the stock is showing you a complete reversal of characteristics. First, we went on a rally higher by taking out previous day's highs, by taking out previous day's high. On this day, we did not take out the previous day's high. We rejected the previous day's high and we started going lower. And then every single day ever since, we've been taking out the previous day's lows, taking out the previous day's lows. So the stock is basically getting ready to almost get a full reversal all the way back into $2 at this point if the rugs get pulled. But if the rugs don't get pulled and the stock starts finding some buying opportunities off of this area, possibly can look long. But when I'm trading names like these absolute garbage names that just go up for no damn reason, I'm only looking to follow the trend. And the trend at the moment on SMMT is the short side, where we're taking out previous day's lows. So if we pop up tomorrow, find some resistance on SMMT, I'm smashing that short. Oracle holding pretty well in this box. Now we have a tight box between 164 to 170. So you're just watching what happens in this box. Either we resolve to the downside or we rip to the upside. With the way the stock is trading, I'm anticipating the anchored VWAP to come in like this and flatten out right at that 164 area. And for the anchored VWAP to do that, the stock would have to be trading somewhere up here. So the stock's trading up there, then the anchored VWAP catches up like this, and the stock then pulls back and either bounces off of it or rejects and starts selling below. Usually when the anchored VWAP starts to flattening out, it indicates a change in characteristics, a change in possibly trend coming in the near future. Possibly. That's the key word. So watching Oracle, no affirmative decision to be made on Oracle until we get into the edges of the ranges or above the ranges or below the ranges. Starbucks, I kind of just talked about it really quick, 99.60. If we can break out of that and start making a run past 99.60 to $100, that is a lot of open room to the upside on SBUCK. So watching this one without a doubt. When the alert triggers, until then, I don't care about what the stock does at all. Don't give two shits about what the stock does if that alert doesn't trigger. Palantir, 37 area has been having some issue. Tomorrow the stock finally gets added to the S&P 500 index after so long. People have been dreaming, praying, crying to see Palantir on the S&P 500. They got their dreams fulfilled. They got their wishes answered by the genie. But what I've seen usually, after the stock gets added to the index, they sell off. Okay, they sell off. So Palantir, if you are long Palantir right now, we got Blind Jedi in the chat. What's up, Blind? How you doing, brother? How'd your day go today? Always fun to see you in the chat. Blind in the house. What's up, Blind? Palantir. So if you're long Palantir in your personal accounts, your swing trade accounts, your day trade accounts, your investment accounts, I would urge you to be extra cautious Monday morning. Be extra cautious. If you haven't locked up some profits on this run up, you might want to think about locking in some profits tomorrow, okay? Palantir is not that far from all-time high, and Palantir has no business being into this prices. Why? Because we are not growing at a rate that Palantir should be growing. Palantir's PE is also ridiculously high, right? These are not cheap prices on Palantir. Not cheap by any sense. So not expecting the stock to continue running up after Monday. I'm expecting a beautiful pullback on Monday for me to get short into. So be very careful if you are long on this bad boy. Traders brace for volatility with 5 trillion triple witching options expiring. Yes. Thank you, John. John mentioning a very, very good point that I should have mentioned myself. I forgot about it. This triple witching is bonkers. It is bonkers. Probably one of the biggest triple witching that we will see in a long, long time. Since 2020 at the very least, because that's when I started trading. I only know about the market from 2020. Anything before that, I don't know anything about it, right? So ever since 2020, this could potentially be one of the biggest triple witching because $5 trillion worth of options are expiring tomorrow. So if prices on stocks are very close to the option price that has the most implied volatility or volume or whatever those metrics are, the stock could find a barrier into that. The stock could get above it and burn those options. If those options are getting burned when the stock is going above a specific price, then the people who did not buy the shares of that stock to hedge themselves will now have to go to the open market and buy some shares. For example, if you sold a naked call, I might be wrong by saying this because I don't trade options. If I'm wrong, correct me. If you sold a naked call, basically you sell options or you write options when you have 100 shares of an underlying stock. Let's say Nvidia, right? You have 100 shares of Nvidia. You write options to hedge yourself. That way, no matter what the stock does, if the stock goes up, if the stock goes down, you don't care. You collect premium and you have basically locked in a way to protect your money. This is exactly how Mark Cuban locked in his billions of dollars when he bought Yahoo or when he merged with Yahoo or whatever his first business was, right? That's how he managed to lock in a good chunk of his money, and then all he did is write options, collect premiums, sell calls, sell puts, and so on. So if you are one of those players, but you don't have 100 shares, but you're just trying to take advantage of this mechanic, right? You're trying to take advantage of this mechanic on the market. You're writing naked options, you're writing naked puts, but you don't actually have the underlying position. Now, if the stock actually goes to that price and the person you sold the option to decides to exercise the options, because when you buy an option call, you're not obligated, but you have an option to exercise the option, which means you now get 100 shares of that option at the price that you bought the option for. It doesn't matter what price the stock is at. You get the stock at the price that you paid for on the options contract. So if you sold the naked one and you did not have the shares, and that person exercises his option to get the shares at that price, you have to go to the open market and buy 100 shares or sell 100 shares just so you can give it to this person. And you're gonna have to give it to that person at the price that they paid the contract for, but you are punching the open market. That means the stock is at a way higher price or at a way lower price, and you're punching the open market, and you're basically taking a damage on both sides, on double-ended. You're getting fucked on both ends, right? So options, that's why it's a very scary business. But the point is, anyone who has not bought those options will have to go to the open market and buy them, and that brings in the volatility, the squeeze, the moves. That's how GME set up for a monster move. It wasn't people going out and buying GME shares. It's people buying GME options and causing a gamma squeeze because there were so many people just writing GME contracts thinking that it will never go to these ridiculous price. It goes to that ridiculous price. Now they have to go buy these shares. They're causing the stock to go higher. More people are are buying options, more, all kind of craziness just kind of coming in. And all in all, along with that, you had 120%, 130% short float. How do you even go above 100% of a short float on a stock, right? That's a whole different topic anyways, but the main topic over here, as I was mentioning, thank you to John Von Sewers for putting that in the chat. Big triple witching coming into play tomorrow. So lots of craziness expected. As I go down my watch list over here, Palantir and Dell both on the watch tomorrow because of the S&P 500 inclusion starting Monday morning. Dell and Palantir will be on the S&P 500 ETF. Okay, so opportunities here all day tomorrow to look for the long. Opportunities on both of these names all day Monday to look for the short. Get ready for all kinds of fun. Affirm, super choppy. Don't really have love for the stock at the moment. If you look at the intraday move, I mean, we cleared that 45 level. Then why are we chopping back and forth so hard, right? Why aren't buyers coming in at a higher price and defending it? So because of this chop, I just don't care for Affirm tomorrow. I don't care what it does. Yeah, it could go to 52 bucks. Woohoo! I don't give a shit. I'm not looking to trade this position at all. Moderna, fail breakout. Fail breakout, moving back down. While the market's taking out all-time highs, Moderna showing you that it is struggling once again. Yeah, it had a nice little pop. It looked like it was going to start going higher. Trap the bulls. Fuck you, bulls. Trap the bulls, and now we're going back down. So let's keep an eye on Moderna as it pushes back into the $62.55 price, which is the 52-week low. After that, we just have our Magnificent 7. Out of the Magnificent 7, I only care about 3 stocks. Okay, I only care about 3 stocks. Well, 4 stocks. 1, Apple. 2, Tesla. 3, Meta. 4, Nvidia. Google, Meta, Amazon, don't care. I just don't give a shit about them. The reason why is because the moves are happening in these 4 names. Focus on the names that are moving. Trade them. Sometimes, I'm going to call out Dieter here. Sometimes Dieter messages me on Discord about stocks that don't have volume at all, are not even in play. And you know, he's looking to make a trade on them. I don't like seeing that because you're a day trader. So what if Unity is moving up? So what if Roblox is moving up? Do they actually have a news catalyst behind them? I don't think so, right? They don't have a news catalyst behind them. They don't have a real play behind them. Stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Meta, these move every single day no matter what. But stocks like Unity, Roblox, they don't move really unless they have a big catalyst behind them. That's why when Dieter mentions these no-name companies to me, I go, no volume, not touching it. No volume, not touching it, period. Case closed. So focusing on Apple, focusing on Meta, focusing on Tesla. Meta getting into a new all-time high and staying ridiculously strong above the all-time high. Wasn't that an easy long to get into? And you don't have to go hunting for the trade at all. You don't have to go hunting for the trade. The simple mechanic, we're above all-time high. S&P 500 above all-time high. If the market's strong, get the fuck long. Right? If the market's strong, get fucking long, dude. What are we doing? And that was the idea for me on Tesla. Market strong. We're looking to take out 235. I'm getting long. Period. No thinking twice about it. So watching these stocks that are at beautiful prices, beautiful levels, for a day trader, that is. Not beautiful prices for investors or so on, but beautiful prices for day traders. If we do get a pullback and we continue to stay above the previous all-time high on Meta, if we get a pullback and continue to show some supports on dips on Apple, if we pull back and show some supports on Tesla, these are all stocks that I'm looking to play long into. Watching these ones without a doubt. Nvidia didn't really do too much today, but we do have a level around $121. So if we get above 121 on Nvidia, I think we could get a little bit of a rally to these previous consolidation highs, but Nvidia, it could be a little overpriced. If I have to say that, then you know, but because I never say that about Nvidia, but I think Nvidia could be a little overpriced. I don't think we can expect too much of a crazy move over here. We'll see what happens on this one without a doubt. AVGO 170. 170 on AVGO was an absolute flatline wall. So right there you can see how today's high for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I mean, what am I fucking doing? Come on, Brad. For 25 bars in a row, we stuck at 170 and we were not able to print a single penny above 170. Not a single penny above 170 was able to print on AVGO. Let's say tomorrow we go back into this 170 level, we do the exact same thing we did over here, but instead we're getting ready for a breakout. Now that's a trade. Now that is a trade. Okay, so AVGO 170, keep that one on your watch list without a doubt. 170. TSM, I think that level came into play today. It did. So we did break out of that level. Okay, that's awesome. I did not have an alert, so I did not see this level coming into play. The level came into play. We broke out above it, but this would be it's kind of a weak break if you ask me. I want to see buyers fighting for the price above this price, which is 175.50, let's say 176. I want to see buyers fighting for the stock above 176 for me to think bullish, because this action over here looks like pretty much like a bull flag. But if this pulls back and we're seeing selling under 176, that could just take the stock right back to the downside. We also have Micron. Micron looking weak again, under $92. As long as Micron stays below 92, 91.47, so 91.50, 92 basically. As long as Micron stays below this price, you're not looking for the long. Once it gets above this price and holds above this price, you can look long. Once it gets below this price and holds below this price, you can look short. Until now, until those prices come into play, I'm not diddling in the middle with my fiddle. It's not my game. Don't care about what it does in those ranges. Intel back below 22. We saw that yesterday. Today it struggled to even get to 22. So Intel failed breakout in my opinion. Looking short is also stupid, but looking long is equally stupid if you're not waiting for the stock to show you buying above 22. Wait. Have patience. The stock needs to find buying above 22 for you to even think long. To even think long, not to get long, to even think long. It needs to get above 22 and hold strong above 22. So be very careful if you're touching this name tomorrow. With the rally that we had in the market today, the post FOMC rally, think about it this way. Anyone who got short into the market yesterday because of how weak the market was, now they're all underwater, right? Understand that logic? Now they're all underwater. If they haven't taken their stops yet, they're going to have to answer a question to the market gods, to the market Jesus. Where is your stop? Where is your stop? If you haven't gotten stopped out yet, where exactly is your stop? So if the stock market QQQ continues to go higher, those questions will be revealed to us on the time of sales, on the level 2, on the chart itself. So watching how the market behaves on pops. Are the pops getting stuffed back down? Are the dips getting ripped back up? Or are the dips getting dippier? And are the rips getting rippier? I'm not sure if that's the way to say it, but hopefully you understand the concept. Are the dips getting dippier and the rips getting rippier? Watching how the market behaves over here. QQQ, however, a little uglier on the chart if you ask me, because it's not at its all-time high, right? QQQ is not at its all-time high, whereas S&P 500 took out the all-time high and then started being stronger above the all-time high. Beautiful rally today on the market. So stronger above the all-time high. This is when you want to see things like today's VWAP, yesterday's VWAP, Monday's VWAP. How is the market reacting to these technical VWAP levels, and are they bouncing off of these levels? If the market's not even able to show buying off of today's VWAP, which is around 570.50 on any dips, that could take it right back below previous all-time high. right? That could take it right back below previous all-time high. And this could be looked at as a failed breakout of all-time high. And if that's a failed breakout of all-time high, this market most likely starts looking for a correction period right back down, which is what Victor was looking to take advantage of. I saw an interesting tweet today that September 18th, 2027, the FOMC cut interest rates by 50 beeps, and then 2008 happened. Right? September 18th, 2024. The market cut interest rates by 50 beeps. Does that mean next year we get a big market recession? If history repeats itself, that is. It's just an interesting statistic, right? Not saying that it happens. Interesting statistic at the end of the day. I don't think that this is going to be a fail breakdown either, or sorry, a fail breakout. I'm not looking for a big weakness pocket on the market because of how many buyers defended this position above 560. So even if we do get a pullback on the market going into tomorrow, going into next week, the weakness on the market doesn't really open up until we get below 560. Once we get below 560, then we can talk about 550, then we can talk about 540 and all the levels below that. But 560 is the major support area for the most recent action on the S&P 500. Until we get below that, there is no big level, big picture short on the market. It could just chop around in this area. It could just chop around in this area and then rip up. It could just chop around in this area and then break down. But until we get below, there is no big picture short. There's only big picture long. So you're waiting to see how dips behave. You're waiting to see if the stock market is holding on every single pullback and able to rally, rip back to the high side on moves. IWM had a great day today. Even the Dow Jones, the DIA, the diamonds, the Dow Jones diamonds having a good day today. So market across the board, living large, baby. Living large. Shout out to all my bulls in the market. I hate the bulls, so shout out to all my bulls. Perma Bear Gang, baby. Perma Bear Gang. You guys know me. I started my trading career only talking about how I want to short stocks, and I'm going to end my trading career the same way by either blowing up my account on a short or by making a shit ton of money on a short. Okay? Hate me all you want for my bearishness. I'm a perma bear. Okay, I'm a perma bear. But a perma bear who also knows how to go long and make money on the long side. That's the beauty of the game, baby. That's the beauty of the game. You don't have to only short the stocks. You can also go long. You can also go long. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote for today's watch list. Main names on the watch list: FTX, Nike, LUNR, Apple, Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir, and Dell. Those are the main names for tomorrow. If you want me to repeat it one more time: FedEx, Nike, LUNR, Palantir, Dell, Apple, Microsoft, or Apple, Meta, Tesla, Nvidia. Those are the main names that I'm going to be watching tomorrow. Any other name that comes up, I might keep an eye on it. I might not. It just depends. Let's talk about some other stocks that moved around today, such as Baba. Baba apparently has two important topics over here to talk about. The first topic is Baba released 100 open source AI tools. That's pretty cool. So Baba released 100 open source AI tools for people to use. That was a pretty good catalyst. Along with that, we have a big options flow call out. The big options flow saying that there is a seller or someone who wrote puts. I think it was puts. Someone who wrote puts on Baba at $90, and the stock would need to go above 90 or stay below 90 for them to make money. So I think it needs to go above 90. I'm misquoting it completely, but the stock needs to go to 90 and stay above 90 for them to make money. And that could very well be something that we're watching right now on Baba play out. Yes, there is the whole China market scare. Yeah, we're worried about Trump winning and causing issues with the Chinese ADRs. That's the stocks that are in China, but they're also listed in the American stock markets because they don't want the American money going into Chinese companies. They don't want that. So they previously caused issues. They got Didi to delist. They were looking to delist Baba, Pinduoduo, JD, Baidu, and all those names. Eventually, that didn't actually play out. Then Trump lost his seat, but now Trump looks like he might win his seat again. Honestly, Kamala looks like she's gonna win her seat. She might just end up being your first president, female president of the United States. Yikes, chat. Yikes. The lady who wants to take away freedom of speech is going to be the first female president of the United States. I don't know what to say about that. If people actually vote for a woman who wants to take away your freedom after the freedom that men gave women to begin with, see what happens? You give women power and all world goes to shit, man. The world goes to shit. They should have just stayed in the kitchen, chat. I'm joking. Women in the chat, I'm joking, okay? I'm joking. Ollie, is that who I think it is? This guy's probably drunk right now, chat. Ollie is... Oh, sorry. Ollie is probably drunk right now. This guy is hungover as fuck, as he always. Ever since stonks.com stopped being stonks.com, Ollie has been just getting drunk nonstop. We need to do a AA meeting with Ollie, guys. How about Sunday? Let's trap Ollie to join our stream, and then we do an intervention with him. How about that? You guys down to do an intervention with me with Ollie? We need to save this kid. We need to save this kid. This kid is losing himself in the sauce. Making too much money, having way too much free time. Many have tried. Many have tried. Damn, Ollie. If you are that far bad, bro, I don't think I can save you at that point. You need Jesus at this point. I'm joking. Have fun. Have fun, dude. You know, you worked hard for those projects over there. Now, obviously, you ain't got nothing to work on now. So have fun. Enjoy your free time. But make sure you don't blow all your money on alcohol and on stupid ass trades like those Nvidia trades that you sent me one day. Please. Hopefully you're not blowing all your money on alcohol and stupid ass fucking trades. Make better trades, Ollie. Baba, as I was saying, possibly makes a move to $90. There could be trades here, but the Chinese sector is just so shit. So you want to be very careful trading this. Pinduoduo making a rally back up, but yeah, not something I want to keep an eye on. Starting November, where is this? Let me grab this link for you. Starting November, the market will be trading at 0.05 increment. What the did I get rated? Why do I have 93 views on Twitter? That's a first. Usually it's like 30, 20 views. 93 views? That's pretty cool. But nobody messages me on Twitter at all. We got Acer on the Twitch chat. What's up, Acer? Shoveled corn today for 3 hours making pig feed. That farm boy shit, you heard? Thank God I've been working out, or else I would have been really sorry. Just don't work out when I'm in the call, okay? This guy is doing push-ups when I'm on a Discord call playing Valorant. Who does that? Who does that? Moaning in my ear. What are you, P. Diddy? Are you P. Diddy to moan in my ear like that? Pause, dude. Don't moan in my ear. No, I'm joking. I love you, Acer. I love you. But here, coming back to the topic on hand. Ah, my ear just hurts. I think I just got bit by something. Ah. What was that? I think I just got bit by a mosquito. Mosquito in the house? How does that even happen? Starting November, the market is going to not... Currently, we have an increment of 1 penny on the market. Every stock trades in 1 penny increments, but special traders like myself, special traders like myself have the ability to actually throw orders on half a penny. I can throw orders on, let's say the stock is trading at 100 and then 100.01. I can actually throw an order at 100.00. At 100,005? Yes. I can throw an order at 100,005 to get a better price than 101. I'm basically in the middle of 100 and I'm in the middle of 101. So I can do that already, but most people cannot. The market is changing its structure a little bit. They recently passed a bill that now the minimum increment for any stock is going to be half a penny. So the stocks will be moving in half a penny increments, no longer in 1 penny increments. That's gonna hopefully make liquidity better. That's the game plan for the market. By doing this, they want to make liquidity better, but we'll see if it actually ends up being that way. However, there's a trade idea here being talked about off of that theory, because companies like Robinhood, they don't charge you for getting in and getting out. Remember, I was talking to you about how banks in Canada, they charge you $7 in, $7 out. It costs a lot to even make one full trade. It's $14 round trip to make a trade. So you need to, at the very least, make $15 on that trade for you to net positive, or you just lost on that trade, right? Some banks in Canada sucks with their fees. So Robinhood came in to solve that problem. You don't pay fees on Robinhood, but the way they make money is they play the spread, right? They give you a worse price. They get filled at a better price themselves, but then they give you a little bit of a worse price, and then they make the little change in between and pocket that money. With these increment changes coming into play, the amount of money, the amount of spread eating that companies like Robinhood can do is going to drop. That's not going to be as high as it used to be. So Robinhood's profitability going to most likely take a hit from this. They're going to make a little bit of a less money off of this catalyst. So there is now a big picture short setup apparently setting up on this company, Robinhood. So most likely get stuffed back down a little bit in the next few months. November is when that change takes place. Let's see how that change affects the market. Who's worse, the Boeing CEO or P. Diddy, bro? P. Diddy. I don't care what you say. There is nobody worse than Puff Daddy. That guy is an absolute weirdo. What a weirdo. Did you guys see this? What? What are we talking about here? And then on top of this, he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil lubricant in his house. He had hidden cameras in his house. What are we talking about here, dude? P. Diddy, you are messed up. You are absolute messed up. Yeah, Boeing killed, whistleblowers. Boeing killed hundreds of people in planes falling out of the sky. But at the end of the day, there can be no person worse than P. Diddy. This guy literally beat a woman to death, made her sleep with male prostitutes while he was watching her have sex with male prostitutes, and he stood there and he jerked off. Okay? And then he would hide this 19-year-old female in hotels until her bruises heal. On top of that, he probably molested Usher when he was 13 years old. On top of that, he probably molested Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber was 13 years old. Diddy is all kinds of fucked up, dude. All kinds of fucked up. I would never let my kid go to a Diddy party. Never. What in the hell? Diddy did use Justin Bieber. Exactly. Usher. How old was Usher when he moved into Diddy's house? Like 13 years old, 14 years old. What's my point? No one's worse than P. Diddy. No one is worse than P. Diddy. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein, but no one's worse than P. Diddy. Period. He dodged the kiss. You guys think Sexy Red is sexy? I don't think she's sexy at all, man. No, sexy red is not sexy at all. Sexy red is not sexy at all. I'm sorry. For anyone who thinks sexy red is sexy, no. No, not at all. Anyways, those are the main topics that we want to talk about. We want to attack about. We are ready and locked and loaded for this insane market we're going to get tomorrow. I am so excited. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep. Well, I'm not going to be able to sleep really because I don't have any weed to smoke tonight. So I'm not going to get any sleep tonight, but I need to. I need to get some sleep because it's a very big day. We need to be fully rested. We need to be full of energy and be ready to slam the market tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Let me quickly show you guys the economic calendar and then we are done for the day. Where is the econ calendar? There you are. Economic calendar showing you nothing of importance tomorrow at all. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Boom. Don't even have to talk about it. So economic calendar, no importance to it. If the market moves up, it's probably just doing so because it moved up today. If the market moves down, it's probably doing so because the market moved up today. So either way, action, lights, camera, action. Let's get ready for some fun, baby. Let's get ready for some fun. Time to roll in the outro. While the outro's playing, I'm just going to quickly give my spiel of my social media and my affiliate sponsors. I know most of you hear this every single day and you're bored and tired of it. I still have to do it, right? I gotta make a couple dollars here and there. So for those of you who want to find out how I trade, what softwares I use to trade, it's Trade Ideas, the scanning software, the best scanning software out there in the market. If you want to go check them out, use my Linktree page. Click on that first button right there and use code PRAD15 to get 15% off. There's also free trials on Trade Ideas to go check them out. So go do the free trial. If you like it, pay for it, and then apply the code PRAD15 to get 15% off. Same thing for TraderSync. This is not a scanning software. This is a trading journal. So if you want to journal your trades, you can do so in TraderSync and have them logged by setup. You can see your statistics by volume, by time, by price, and all kinds of different metrics, and understand where really you're making money, where are you losing money. So check out TraderSync. I personally don't use TraderSync. I have my own inbuilt journals that I use. But TraderSync, I have used them and I love their software. But I built my own journals, you know, I put so much time and effort and love into them. I just use them. I'm also used to using them anyways. So, but if you want to check them out, Prad15 over here. Benzinga Pro. You guys see me use Benzinga Pro anytime a stock reports earnings, the best news network. I also have Benzinga Squawk every day, 9:30 to 4 o'clock. I'm listening to the Benzinga Squawk. The person's calling out names of stocks. He's calling out news events. He's calling out hot flying movers. So if you're listening to that squawk, there's almost no chance for you to miss a hot mover on the day because he constantly keeps on talking, keeping you informed. So if you want to go check out that part, Benzinga Pro right here, and all the way up top, right under that beautiful picture of my face, you have my social media links: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, all that other fun stuff. So go check out my social medias to stay up to date as to when TraderPrad is going live next. Going to rewind the song a little bit. So we have about a minute left, and I'm going to call it a night. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. I'll see you guys Sunday. I'll see you guys Sunday, 6 p.m. Until then, slam the markets tomorrow. TraderPrad out. Peace. Adios. Love you guys. Good night. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors: Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, TraderSync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.